Yo, what's good? These Chicks Those Days, part 2. So when I left off, I was telling y'all how looks with this certain female, it really didn't matter to me when I got to know her. You know, they say beauty's in the eye of the beholder and all of that. However the case may be, we gonna call her, because I ain't saying nobody's name, we're gonna call her Strong Face. So Strong Face had a problem. A number one problem that I was totally against was her trying to dominate me. She had been in a number of relationships where she was the dominating person. And to meet me, I think, was a challenge because I was telling her one time, no matter if I got money or not, I'm still a man and I'm going to be a man and I'm going to stand on that. She liked that. I guess she respected it. However the case may be, her temperament and her natural behavior always made her try to check me or making me do stuff. And so, like, for instance, I was driving Uber. Now, I do comedy, and I'm a writer, and now I just start back doing art. But I was doing Uber, and that was one of the main sources of my money. She wanted me to do something else. And I was like, what worked for you, it don't work for me. I can't be on the road and get a regular job and be on the road doing comedy. It's not gonna happen. I could do Uber 3 to maybe 4 times a week and make anywhere from 1,200 to 15, and that really ain't no money, but added with me doing shows, together, I'm a hustler. She didn't like the fact about that, and I didn't really care about it. And she was like, well, if I'm your woman, you should do what make me happy. No, I should do what makes me happy. You should do what makes you happy. I can't control your happiness. All I can do is add to it. And my financial status ain't got nothing to do with you. Now, if I want to take you somewhere and we're going to go out together, yeah, cool. Even if we living together, I'm going to pay these bills that I got to pay. You going to pay the bills what you going to pay. Because I ain't with taking care of nobody. Understand, I got kids that I do that to. And they got mamas, so, it's a double thing. However, I also was hustling. I was selling a little, how they hit it on the block. Hey, I had that, and it was going good. She didn't like a lot of things about the way I was because I stood on what I stood on. And she couldn't move me like she moved everybody else. So in her mind one time, because I didn't want to go somewhere with her, she had a couple of friends or whatever the case may be, and I didn't want to be around. And I ain't like them because they was gossipers. She was a gossiper too. So she came over my house. I lived in Hyde Park. She came over my house, and I don't know why I let her see it one day, but she seen where my stash was. And I had some flame. But in Chicago, they sold these things in this place called Jewtown. And they sell them everywhere now. Well, you will see something that'll look like a cup or a mug or a beer can, and it's really a safe to stash your stuff. You can't even smell nothing out of it. So I had probably about a couple of ounces. Put them in the thing. Had them up under the sink. So she came over my house. And we got to talking, and we had a little argument, a little disagreement, and she left. And it wasn't no big thing, but what it was, she left. I don't know what made me not pay attention to it, but I thought my homie had came in my crib and stole my stuff. Man, when I tell you, me and him got into it, I beat the brakes off of him. And I hated that because this was a friend of mine. But people who screw you over most is the friends. So I thought he stole from me. Coming to find out, it was her. She took it. And when I tell you she had my stuff for a couple of weeks. And when I realized it, I was like, man, what's wrong with you? And it was all because of jealousy. Her jealousy level was off the meter. And I know y'all probably saying, why you still deal with that? Why did you? Anything that you gonna say, anytime you gonna tell me, why did you deal with it? It was because of the sex and the money. Just being transparent, just being real. Because a lot of dudes ain't gonna say that. And a lot of women won't say it when it's on a women's side. So I got the weed back. Then right after that, I'm in the crib one day. And, let me back up a little bit so I can show y'all my part that was a mistake and hers. I was dealing with a female, and like I said, I was trying to get money from all angles. I was dealing with a female, and me and her was cool. She was about to loan me some money. And instead of her loaning me the money, she was like, go get the bills, and I'm going to go pay them because I got to go pay mine. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go to my crib. Now, me and old girl had got, me and Strongface had got into an argument. When me and Strongface get into this argument, I cut her off. I wasn't talking to her. It wasn't one of them times that I quit her. I just cut her off and I wasn't talking to her. She kept leaving me messages, texting me. I wouldn't text her back, or sometimes I text her back telling I'm doing something. I go to my crib. I used to have this blue pickup truck. I go to my crib and I pull in the back. And as I'm pulling in the back, it's a lot of cars back there because it's the back of my house and the people on the next block, it was the back of their house. I look up when I'm parking, and the way I'm parked, old girl that's with me can't get out because I'm finna stay for a second. I'm finna just run in here and grab these bills, give them to her, drop her back off to her car. Man, do you know, I look up, Strongface jumping up out of her car. She done parked her car in the back. There's so many cars back there, I didn't really peep it. I used to peep other stuff because I had a hammer on me, but I didn't peep this. So I guess I didn't peep enough. She get out the car, get the, who is that in the car? They get the back and forth. Strongface done hit the girl. When I tell you, I had to tell her to go ahead on, get on up out of here. She chased me in the car because I knew, something told me she was going to try to do something in my truck. But I get on up out of there. I get away from her. Me and the girl that was my friend, we was talking to, she was upset, she was mad. Anyway, make a long story short, Strongface was bogus. She done set up here and put her hands on this woman on some jealousy stuff. Now I don't know, you caught me. Therefore, I knew what to do. I cut off. But the mercy and the money was good. So I went back eventually. We connected, or whatever the case may be. Now, as time went on, she moved somewhere. I go over her crib. We chill. We have a good time. And everything was fine. Everything was cool. Everybody that been in that relationship where you have a rocky situation, you look at yourself, what can I improve? What could she improve? That's what I thought. I used to always try to say what she can improve. And she tried to improve stuff, but it just wasn't happening the right way. It'll be fine for a little while. Classic relationship stuff. It'll be fine for a little while. And then after that, here we go again. So in this next episode, I'm going to tell y'all how things escalated with her mental to a sexual point. And man, it got real crazy, real deep, to a point where we were together and about to go see a psychologist. Part 3 coming up soon of These Chick Those Days, Strongface.